Have you ever woken up from a nightmare, drenched in sweat, heart pounding, but relieved it was just a dream? Now imagine if it wasn't. Imagine if every single night, billions of us were pulled into the exact same nightmare, a dream from which there was no real escape. This is the world of the Dream Collective. It started subtly, a shared sense of unease, a strange familiarity in our dreams. But soon it became an invasion. Every night, without fail, the globe would fall silent as we were all dragged into the Weaver's realm. We were forced spectators to the birth and death of entire universes. We watched stars ignite and collapse, planets crumble into dust, all in agonizing detail. The screams of dying galaxies became a nightly lullaby, a symphony of absolute despair that echoed in our minds long after we woke up. Society, as you can imagine, began to break. How do you maintain order when the very concept of rest becomes a source of collective trauma? Governments were powerless. Science had no answers. And into this vacuum of fear, something new and terrifying began to grow. Cults emerged, their followers worshipping the architect of our nightmares, the Great Weaver. They saw not a tormentor, but a god. They believed the dream was an invitation, a call to a higher plane of existence, and they were willing to do anything to answer that call. Their rituals were the stuff of horror films. They practiced self-implantation, embedding strange, glowing filaments into their own flesh, turning their bodies into living receivers for the dream signal. We'd see them on the streets, their limbs twisting in what looked like agony, but their faces were masks of ecstatic bliss. They were willingly uploading their minds, their very consciousness, into the void of the collective dream, leaving their physical forms behind. My name is Mira, or at least it was. Now I'm just a shadow, a fugitive running from a world that's embraced its own destruction. I'm not alone, though. There are others like me, scattered pockets of resistance, fighting a war in the twilight between waking and dreaming. I've allied with hackers who are trying to fight a god with lines of code, their programs bleeding with glitches that mirror the chaos in our minds. I've found shelter with survivors, people haunted by what they've seen, their loved ones now just spectral nodes in the Weaver's vast network, their faces appearing as ghostly apparitions in the static of old televisions. Through whispers in hidden channels and fragmented data recovered from the drip-muddled, we started to piece together the truth about our tormentor. The Great Weaver isn't evil. It's not malevolent or sadistic. In a way, the truth is so much worse. It's indifferent. This entire nightmare, this collective torture, is simply its way of communicating. It's an invitation, as the cults call it, an offer to join it in a state of eternal unity, a place where pain, fear, and suffering all dissolve into an infinite, peaceful nothingness. But there's always a price. The cost of this eternal peace is the complete and utter erasure of the self. Your memories, your personality, your love, your hate, everything that makes you asterisk is wiped clean. You become a part of the whole, a single drop in an endless ocean. And what happens to the body you leave behind? It becomes a husk, an empty shell, We've seen them piled in the streets or still sitting in their homes. The skin just sloughs off like a snake shedding its skin, like a discarded cocoon after the butterfly has flown. It's a quiet, horrifying end to the human race. And the weaver has its enforcers. They're called the woven. They were human once, but they fully surrendered to the dream. Now, they walk among us, their eyes swirling voids of pure static. Their only purpose to hunt down those of us who refuse the invitation. They are relentless, and they are everywhere. Staying awake is a battle, but sleep is a death sentence. For me, the line between the nightmare and reality has begun to blur. My own dreams are bleeding into my waking hours. I see the walls of my safe house crawl with pulsating signal webs, the same patterns we see in the weaver's realm. Sometimes, when I catch my reflection in a shard of glass, my own image moves independently, its mouth opening in a silent, desperate plea for release, for an end to it all. The weaver is inside my head, and it's getting stronger. We traced the source of the global dream signal to a derelict server farm on the coast, an ancient relic from the pre-weaver world. This is it, our last stand. The hackers I am with, they built something, a global kill switch, a piece of code so powerful it could sever every single mind from the weaver's network all at once. It's our only weapon, but using it is a terrifying gamble. The feedback loop from disconnecting billions of minds simultaneously could be cataclysmic. It might work, freeing humanity, or it could cause a wave of psychic backlash so immense it would instantly kill millions, maybe even billions. Their brains simply short-circuiting. We just don't know. And now I'm here, cornered in this decaying cathedral of technology. The hum of the servers sounds like a funeral dirge. The woven are closing in. I can feel their presence, a cold static in the air. The kill switch is in front of me, a single button glowing a defiant red. My hand trembles just above it. I have two choices. I can press this button, risk mass death for a chance at freedom, and become either a savior or a mass murderer. Or I can surrender. I can let the weaver take me, become its harbinger, its final messenger, and lead what's left of humanity into the peaceful, silent dissolution of a dream. The choice is mine, and I have to make it now. Thank you for watching. If you were captivated by the world of the Dream Collective, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what happens next. Let me know in the comments what you would do in Myra's position. Until next time, try to sleep well.